Hello, you cretins. Can't say that, can I?
Cretins?
I can't. I don't think I can say that.
Why cretins, though?
I told you I was taking influence from Jack, mate. And by influence, I
Yeah.
meant I'm just copying an intro that he did a while ago.
Fair enough. I mean, welcome back to the Finlay and Luke Show, episode 24.
And that's the episode. Goodbye, guys. Hope you
No,
enjoyed.
no, we're not doing this, right? Basically,
I'm just mad at you
why are you mad at me?
because you camp on cams, you bastard.
Right, we were playing Among Us.
Twice.
I stayed on cams.
Twice in a row.
And then he upped the tasks so that I wouldn't stay on cams, but I did the exact opposite and just stayed on cams, did no tasks, got killed by Lauren.
And I stood on a vent for 4 rounds.
For no reason.
For no reason. Because I wanted Luke to kill me so I could die and then still unmute and go, "It's Luke, everybody."
Yeah. Also, just a quick one. If you've seen these flashing green lines, we're recording on Discord. Joe, the Don, has sorted it for us. So,
It's very simple. He was just being a monk.
right, I was just looking at the wrong settings, okay? Okay.
Pig.
So anyway, this is episode 24. We are joined by
Sponsored by Childish.
the lovely Uma Thurman.
Sponsored by Childish.
Yes, actually, I need to have a look at this.
It's beautiful.
That is a pretty
Lightning.
cool hoodie.
Lightning. It's got shit on the back, but I can't be asked standing up and turning around.
Yeah, that's fair
I
enough.
think it's got a racing car on the back. I can't remember. I
fair
did get a lunchbox with it, but it's too far to grab. So.
You got a lunchbox with a hoodie?
Yeah, it came in a lunchbox. Let me see if I can grab it. I'm gonna rip my headset off. Hold on.
What the fuck?
Came in a lunchbox. It's got stickers in it.
Oh my god. What is their fucking target audience?
What is their target audience? I don't know, Luke. People. Me, apparently. Got some childish stickers in there that are going to go on my skateboard.
You've been skating a lot more recently.
Yep, bought a new skateboard. Awesome.
Yeah, man. That sounds good. So, this podcast...
£65.
Jesus. This podcast, we've not recorded just me and you for a very long time, when we think about it.
Can't remember.
So I will tell you the last time we recorded by ourselves. It would have been... So last one was Lauren.
Don't remind me.
It's alright for once. The episode before that was me, James and Zara. The episode before that was Michael and Daryl. So it was 4 episodes ago when we recorded. And it was I think the Belle Delphine... Oh no, it wasn't Belle Delphine only... No, it was Belle Delphine OnlyFans, wasn't it?
Clickbait.
We banged it this month.
That's my idea.
But we have banged it this
I
month.
better be getting the most money this month. I'm joking, we don't get paid.
All that happens is that Luke pays for stuff. Vis-a-vis.
Unnecessarily.
Right, no, but the studio and the mic,
I mean, yeah.
that's it really. Most of the stuff is just for me, like, this tripod is for us recording, but I'll use that anyway. And then your mic is a present for you. I got a lav mic just in case we needed one. So that's the...
Cam wants to come off cam.
Yeah, that's literally it. Because basically, so the next episode, we are going to be in a studio. Way! And it's going to be...
Up at 9 AM.
I mean, you don't have to come at 9 AM. That is just so we're setting everything up. Because it's going to take us about an hour.
I kind of do, though, don't I? I kind of do, really. You know, the fucking host of the show can't do whatever time. I probably just won't sleep, you know.
If anything, the host of the show should turn up late. Let all the workers do the work.
No. Fuck it. See what happens.
So, what we're going to be doing, we're going to be recording the Christmas special. I'm also going to be recording episode 26. I'm recording episode 27 tomorrow. So we're covered on our 2-week break, which is good for the sense that, we get a break. It's a bit busy, but at least, the few people who do watch this get to watch it. So, how are you, Finlay? How have you been? Because I've not properly spoken to you for a while now.
I'm tired. My legs don't work, and my room's a shit tip at the moment. That's about it, really.
That's why you're
Just had a
tired.
chocolate bar.
Yeah, but why are you tired?
Well, I mean, I went to bed at 5 o'clock in the morning. Woke up at 2.
Yeah.
Had a nice good morning cigarette.
You know what? I don't care about the podcast rules anymore.
What's he doing? Oh, he's back on the cigarette. Oh, he's not even smoking the menthols.
The only reason is because I'm working now. We get extra breaks.
Yeah, same.
And plus, I'm copying my icon, Uma Thurman. Wait, hang on.
See, I'm copying my icon from that film anyway. I have many icons.
John Travolta.
John Travolta, he smokes the roll-ups in that film. Very cool. Can't roll him for shit, but it doesn't matter.
As long as you're having fun, that's
so,
the most important thing.
Yeah, so I drove all the way to fucking Ormskirk.
Yeah.
Which, for those of you who don't know, is about 45-50 minutes away from...
It's near Liverpool.
Yes, it's near Liverpool, unfortunately. Went to karate training. Yeah. Sweated my tits off for an hour and a half. Didn't really stretch as much as I should have, and then went straight into doing the most complex sequence that I've learnt to date, and now my legs don't really work.
So, are you probably getting back into karate now?
Yeah, man, yeah.
I'm glad you are, because when we recorded that episode, I was really looking forward to it, because we said that since the episode 10 one, where we wanted to... I wanted to know more, because that one, we recorded for like 2 hours, and Harry somehow managed to get in 32 minutes. But to be honest, about an hour and a half, that was me going, Gemma!
That's true.
You know what's mad? That was over 4 months ago.
What, the
episode 10
IRL one?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
I know, it's mad.
Well, damn.
I mean, we started this in May.
Shit.
We started this over 7 months ago. Well,
time flies when you're in lockdown, apparently.
It does. It really does. And we're going to speak more about it on the Christmas one. But this year, the more I think about it, it's flown. It's 4 days till Christmas.
Yeah, that's mental. I mean, got tomorrow. I'm probably doing fuck all tomorrow, and then we've got a recording on Wednesday, and then I'm working on Thursday. I've got Christmas Day off, and I'm working Boxing Day on the 27th.
You're working Boxing Day?
Yeah, originally I had it off, but that rota was changed because we thought we were going to be reopening. We thought lockdown restrictions would have been lessened, but we couldn't, so we had to change the rota, and evidently that meant I had to pick up working Boxing Day.
Well, speaking of work, sort of good news for myself. I got offered full time at my job. I won't say what it is, what my job is, but it's weird to me because thank you for the clap. Because now for me, I don't know why, but ever since starting this job, I've been on a really upbeat scale. It's weird. Like, you know how I was a few months ago. I wasn't doing great. And now I'm not saying the H word, but I'm getting there. And it's weird.
Yeah.
I don't know. I know I've loved every moment that we have done on this podcast, right? And working at this job is literally just below that for me. And it's put me in such a good place.
Ugh. Yeah, fair play, man. I mean, uh, yeah. I mean, I've got uni offers to reply to. Got work. Got to fucking somehow finish college without killing myself. So
Don't say
that's
it
great.
like that.
It's college is shit, man. Like it was bearable last year because I did 90% of the year where I was full time. Like I was in college 4 days a week, and the people that I was in a class with were just yeah, we were all very close mates, and then obviously the year stopped. There was nothing. We had like a couple of weeks of like, oh, get on with your assignments, and then my fucking tutor just went, piss off. Don't do any work and just enjoy yourselves, man. Um. So yeah, and then obviously this year came in. The original class from last year got split, and the other class got merged. So it was like two different classes of like mixed up from the two different classes last year. So I already knew everyone on the course, but um,
Just wasn't the
yeah, it's
same.
like well, it's not that I look at the people that I'm with at the moment. I fucking love them; they're great, but um, it's the fact that I'm in college 1 day a week, and then I've got to do the rest online, and the classes online start at like 9 a.m., half nine, and I've only just gone to bed 4 hours earlier. Do you know what I mean? So
I
it's not
think
ideal for me to sort out my sleeping pattern and try and get all this work online when I'm learning fuck all online. Do you know what I mean? So um, I'm I'm doing little sneaky things to get my work done. But
would you rather be at the college and learning?
I'd much rather be at the college. I don't care if it's 4 or 5 days a week. Do you know what I mean? Like I was at a sixth form. I won't say where, but I dropped out of there because I was there for like 5 days a week, and I was there 9 till 4 every day, and it was fucking depressing. And I was openly, I just didn't want to be there. I didn't want to be anywhere. I just felt like pure fucking shite. So I
I
dropped
can
out of there,
relate to
went there, and
that.
it was completely different when I went to this next
And
college, and now it's just like the complete opposite, where I'm not in enough, and it's just shit because I've got to work the other 4 days just to keep myself occupied.
I can understand that completely. Like when I was at sixth form, your image has froze by the way, but I will continue speaking. Um, when I was at college, the first year I had a lot going on. You can still hear me, right?
Yeah.
Right, okay. That's fine. Your image is froze, but it's fine.
Oh.
It's just you looking down.
Oh, cool.
It's fine. I tell you what. No. I won't put an image of your head just for the time being. It's fine.
Well, just put a picture of Orange Cassidy doing a thumbs up. That's what you should do.
Well, we're recording this live through OBS, so I can put either last week's thumbnail on or the Spotify link.
Well, do it in fucking editing, man. In editing, just put Orange Cassidy over my head because he's fucking brilliant.
That's right. I'll see what I can do. But yeah, but we're sixth form. Going back to that. Basically, when I was there in the first year, right, the first few months, I was all right because I was living with my nan at the time, and I was getting on time every day, maybe like 2-3 minutes late is what it is, and because of who I was seeing at the time, that slowly started to change. I started to spend more time with them, and because of that, I found myself not wanting to go anymore. Because of situations, I wanted to leave, wanted to get full time, and I found myself just not having fun. I wasn't enjoying my life, and I think, and I said this last week when we were speaking to Lauren, how I just recorded myself, just like testing the mic, and ended up just chatting to the fucking like recording for like hours, just speaking about everything. And since then, I feel like a lot of a burden is off my chest in that sense. When I look back on it, I regret not going in. I regret being lazy at times, and I've only got myself to blame really. But in the grand scheme of things, I can understand where you're at in that, and I know college is shit, mate. But if you think about it, if you get this done, you can get your uni, and you can move on to there. And I know you've been speaking about that a lot, and I'm really fucking buzzing for you, mate. And I really hope you fucking smash it in that sense.
Yeah, cheers, mate. Yeah, it's just one of them things. Like, I can't do much about it, but yeah, man, it's just see what happens, like in it. But
Yeah.
yeah,
We're
you
just
know,
gonna
back,
quickly pause and try and get your camera back. Back in a second, guys. And we are back. But yeah, so basically, the point that I'm trying to get across is, do you want to see out the rest of college now?
I mean, I've got no choice really. I kind of, I fucked around in high school. I didn't revise, didn't get any good grades, so I passed everything, but just by a fluke in it. So, went to that sixth form, was like absolutely hate it. I didn't do any revision, didn't really care. Like, don't get me wrong, I liked the subjects that I was doing to an extent, but it was just too full on. So,
So why didn't you
um,
revise then?
I didn't have any motivation. Like, it was a weird one because I went to the sixth form and it was like my closest mates from high school. They went to other places. I mean, don't get me wrong, some of my close mates were still in sixth form, but they really fit in. Yeah, yeah, we did. Like a couple of us did the same subject, but then it was like they do media, so they'd have politics and media, and they were the only two subjects that they'd do. So they'd have a double media lesson where I'd have like 3 more hours of free periods, and I'd just have to kind of sit there and do nothing. Like, it was weird. Like, sometimes I'd just sit in the end of the cafe, just staring at my phone because I just couldn't be arsed. I go up to the library, like, right, I'll do some revision. 2 minutes later, can't be arsed, just sit there. Do you know what I mean? So it was a bit weird.
Is that just because you mate, you're like, I know you say you got a few of your close mates there, but was
it,
a few of them not being there the reason?
no, but I don't think that was the reason. I just think it was big lack of motivation for it. Just couldn't be bothered. There was no real desire there, and it was a very very kind of, they treated it as a kind of elitist, an elitist place that was like, oh, you're lucky you're here, it's,
Yeah.
we do this, we do that, we get the best grades, this and that, and all they cared about was grades.
They don't care about
Don't
the actual
get me wrong.
pupil.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. My form tutor was, still, because my sister's at the sixth form now, and he's one of her teachers, so he still asks about me, and I'll pop in every now and again and say hi. But it was it was like being in an extra year of high school.
Yeah, I
There
can
was
completely understand that.
no freedom, no kind of respect as an adult. I had no possibility to make my own decisions really. And yeah, I just wasn't motivated. It was too difficult for me, and my head wasn't in it. But it was, I didn't like. I absolutely hated one of my teachers, and she like openly didn't like me as well. Um, and that made one of my subjects really difficult to even just like go to the lesson, because I'd walk in and she just kicked me out straight away. So I just like, fuck it. One day I just picked up my bag and just went, I'm not even gonna let you kick me out. I'm just gonna go, and went home. So
Jeez.
yeah, it was a bit toxic at times. So
I can definitely understand that because I know I've spoken to you about it in the past, but when I was in
yeah,
there was a certain teacher who did not like me whatsoever either. And I felt like he was trying to make an example out of me at times. And I remember
mm,
there was one day in particular where I was really ill and I was not feeling well. I was pale as anything. And I went into hospital and it was to like she was like I'm trying to think of the right word. She's like, where you go to if you need to chat or you're not feeling well, and she'll
Mm.
let you know. So,
Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah,
she
yeah.
can
Like,
clearly see
like
I'm not
school
well.
services kind of thing.
That's the one, yeah. Um, so she says, right, okay, we need to ring your parents. So then this teacher in particular, he's gone in there and goes, what's going on here? And he goes, I'll call Luke's dad because you need to get his permission. Then I go home on my own. And my dad's never like turned against me in any form or anything like that. But I'm waiting in like the reception area. I'm not feeling well. I'm about to order myself a taxi. I just want to get home, go bed because I can't see straight. I just felt dizzy. I was feeling really shit. And he comes in there and goes, "Yeah, your dad said no." And I literally remember just being in like I was so angry, but because I was so ill, I didn't have anything. At least just got up and said, "You're a cunt. You've turned my own fucking dad against me." He went, "No, no, come back here and chat to me." I said, "No, no, I've fucking had enough. You're literally ruining my life." And and this was early on, and even then, like, the teacher could clearly see that I was struggling. I think everyone could. There was a certain incident that happened, and I remember it kicked off, and I remember coming back into the room, and I remember one of the people say, "God, I knew he was a mess, but I didn't know he had depression." And even then, when then he's been made aware of this fact, he went even harder on me, and I never understood. I understand like when you're in secondary school, the teacher is like the alpha there, and you have to follow them. But when you're in sixth form, the whole purpose is like you're between an adult and a teenager. They will treat you like an adult, but you still need to work hard, and it's a two-way street in terms of respect. I didn't get a single bit of that, and that's what
Yeah,
ultimately led me to disliking it so much. And I even got screwed with my fucking grades in it.
yeah. Yeah, I mean, got to the point where I remember going in after summer happened. I was talking to one of the deputy head of the sixth form, and she was one of my teachers years ago, and she's a lovely lady. Don't get me wrong. I'd always have a chat with her, and I'd gone in and I said, "Listen, this happened, and I'm kind of it happened last night, and I'm kind of like I don't know what's going on with me. I'm
Yeah.
kind of like." I don't know who I should talk to, this and that. And she kind of just wrote a bunch of like places to go down and just went, yeah, say that. And I just went, all right. And I was on the verge of tears in that room, do you know what I mean? I was holding back and there was no kind of, you know, it was like she didn't really know how to deal with it, which is understandable. But
Mm.
it ended up at the point where um, I'd genuinely just like, there was a careers advisor there who I'd never ever like spoken to before throughout my time at high school. And in year 11, you meant to have an appointment with her and chat to her. And she said to me, I remember I was sat in the library and she said to me, she said, "Are you all right?" And I went, I'm pretty far from fucking all right, like in a million ways. And she's like, "Oh, just come have a chat." So we started having a chat with her. And after that, I just, regularly go back and just have a chat with her over and over again. Um,
Did it help you
but yeah,
having that chat?
it kind of opened my eyes to a lot of things. Like because at that point I was like, I got offered a full-time job, working for NCS, or the people at the Sofa Foundation who run NCS. I got offered a full-time job, um, to be working in that foundation and doing a lot of things around high schools and stuff like that. Pardon me. Yeah, and she was like, "Well, I think you should go for it," and I was like, "Well, I want to see if I can balance it with here," because there was a couple of people that were on like part-time like timetables. Um, so I went and spoke to the deputy head, and she was like, "Oh, I spoke to the head actually. We met, and my mum and dad were there." And I was like, "Right, I want to take this full-time job, but still want to come here." She was like, "No, we can't do that." I was like, "Well, I'm sure like that. There's 3 or 4 people here that are on part-time timetables that come in only when they've got lessons, and I've got one lesson on a Wednesday, and that's the last thing. Like the rest of the day, I'm free." Um, and she was like, "No, no, we can't do it." So I was like, "Right, I want to leave." That job didn't go through, unfortunately, but then it opened my eyes to leaving. and eventually I did leave to this other college. But I remember I went back at the start of when I first started back at this new college. I went back to that old sixth form, just dropping some stuff off and picking a few things up. And I walked in, sat down, had a chat with my mates, and then bumped into my psychology teacher. I was chatting away. She gave me a hug, and she was like, you know, uh, I wish you would have stayed, but I can't keep you. There was a little incident there that happened with her, but again, lovely lady. And then I went up, saw my politics tutor, my all form tutor, and I walked in, and he went, I knocked on the door, and he looked out, and he went, "Fucking hell!" Opened the door, gave me a massive hug, and was like, he was teaching like year 11s at the time, um, and he brought me in, and he was just saying, "Oh, this is so and so's big brother," because that was my sister's year.
Yeah.
And this and that, and he was, cracking his old jokes that he liked to crack, and he was like, "Oh, he's gone off to do a floristry course at this and that." I was like, "No, I haven't, fuck no, I haven't." But you're cracking away, and then I saw my English teacher that had caused me pure grief for like 2 years, because the other one left at the end of my first year, and I saw the other one who like completely just made it a shithole for me, and
Yeah.
I just walked the opposite direction, and she spotted me, and I just walked out. I left straight away. Didn't even say, "Yeah, right," I just left because I couldn't stand her. Um, and she'd still be fucking emailing me like shit, like homework and shit. I'm like, "I do not go to this college anymore. Please fucking leave me alone."
I always think when it's situations like that, they're not stupid. Like they're employed, they're government employees,
Yeah,
right? They're not
and the
stupid.
mental spot thing. Yeah,
They're meant to spot things. I also think they do stuff like this on purpose. I generally think where teachers are supposed to be like unbiased and sort of like nurturing to an
yeah,
extent. I think there are certain teachers who just hate kids.
yeah. I mean, dude, I've had that battle for years trying to, this teacher hates me, so and so hates me, and my parents are always like, no teacher wakes up in the morning and says, "Oh, I hate that kid," and this and that. But you look at him, you go, I can genuinely tell that he does not like me. Um,
That's what
and
my dad was like.
yeah, it's only like possibly two teachers in my entire like school career like that don't like me, or maybe three now, because one of my other ones at my other college is just a cunt. But um, yeah, I mean, I'm applying to an educational course. I want to go and after that go and do extra education and go and do a fucking qualification to teach psychology. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, because
Um,
that is a topic that you are passionate about. Like,
yeah,
excuse me,
like I
sorry.
mean, I've probably got I need to go back and see my old psychology teacher really, because I'm not, when I was there, I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna go do police and whatever." And I went and did this public services course because it's public services. And halfway through that, I was like, I fucking hate the thought of being a fucking cop. Like, I want to do something completely different. And I looked at it, I was like, originally I was thinking, what was the original course I was thinking of doing? Security and intelligence at Cumbria. But again, that's along the line of police, and I was like, well, I want to go and do education. And then I was like, set on just doing education. And I thought, there's something else here. It's educational psychology, education and psychology. It's completely different.
Yeah,
I've done a year in psychology. I've still got my full fat folder full of all my,
no,
first year work, and it's everything that you do in this degree is mainly is the basics of psychology, which I did in excess in my first year, and even more. I've got so much shit in there that just gives me a fucking lifeline, really. Ugh.
yeah.
But
I think
yeah, I
when
probably need to go back and see her and say I want to be a psychology teacher.
yeah, I generally think, and please don't take this the wrong way. I think people like me and yourself who have been through shit, I think they often make very good psychiatrists and
Mm.
psychologists. And I
Yeah.
think it's dealing with our own personal trauma and our own personal issues make
Mm.
a difference. Like, I remember before I recorded the interview with Emma Kenny, and she was speaking to me about what drove her to be a psychologist, and she didn't seem like the type. But you don't think about it. I remember her saying like when she was like 13, she just stopped going to school. She just stopped and she just didn't deal with it. She convinced that teachers hated her, etc., etc. And hearing you say that's reminded me of her, in the sense that you know when to say the right things. You are a very clever bastard. The only thing that you aren't, compared to Emma Kenny, apart from a woman, is an anti-vaxxer.
I am full for the vaccination.
Yeah,
I love the memes going around about it at the moment. Like, well, I saw one before. It was like, if you support Arsenal, you don't need to worry about what's in the COVID vaccine.
yeah, yeah. I
Or
know.
if you've done this, you don't need to worry about it. This and that. It's fucking brilliant. They should make one that's like, if you've been swimming in Salford Keys, you don't need to worry
There was
about the
one
COVID
where
vaccine.
it was like a certain swim park. Oh, what is it now?
So what about?
No, no, it's like a big corporation, like swimming something.
Oh, is it Sandcastles?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Sandcastles, yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
it's
Blackpool.
funny, man.
Oh, Jesus.
So going
Christ.
on to COVID stuff, right? London's in tier 4 now, and that
Aha.
got announced the other day. Yeah, fuck you, Southerners.
Aha.
But on the same time, as
Bastard.
well as fuck you, it's not nice. But some Southerners did laugh at us, so evens,
Yeah.
evens there. With
Yeah, even mate.
with the whole pandemic as a whole, do you see an end in sight in it, or anything like that?
Um, my my heart is saying it's going to be over soon, but my brain is telling me this is going to be the future for quite a while now.
Yeah,
Whether we get vaccinated or not, is there's still going to be, the anti-vaxxers, the people who think they're fucking Facebook scientists who say, oh, there's fucking KFC chicken in the fucking vaccine or whatever. Do you know what I mean? Like, I couldn't care less what's in it. The whole point of a vaccine is to have things that are not. Then in a vaccine, there's things that aren't healthy for you, but they're in very minimal doses to help your immune system fight them
yeah,
off. That's the whole point of a vaccine. When you're in high school, you have fucking polio vaccine or whatever it
yeah.
is.
You got two done. There's polio and there's
Yeah,
another one. Can't remember
polio
what
and
it
a
was.
fucking mumps or something like that. I
Yeah,
don't
because
know.
I remember like we got an assembly before we got
Measles.
ours
Was it
done.
measles?
It may be measles, but I remember we got
It wasn't
an.
measles. It
It
was
was
mumps. That was it.
it
It was
was
mumps.
mumps. Yeah, I remember we got an
Mm.
assembly before, and it's like, right, we want you to all be grown up. No being mean to each other. If someone can't handle getting an injection, and boys, we know what you're thinking. Don't do it. So obviously we're all
What?
laughing. So I remember a
Oh,
lad.
punching each other in the arms.
Yeah. I remember
We
this
did
lad,
that.
this lad Elliot. He was like, "Oh, my arms are sore as anything." I can't remember who it was, but some lads fucking digged him right in the arm. And he just broke down in tears in absolute pain. And
It was
at
painful.
first, it's one of the funniest things you see, and then it happens to you, and you realise, fuck,
Yeah.
that hurts.
Oh yeah, it happened to me, and I was just there like, I wasn't crying or anything. I was just there like, oh shit, that hurt a bit, didn't it?
Yeah, I think it's that's sort of like
Like,
the bit of like lad culture. It's like, oh yeah,
yeah.
this will be funny.
I, I, before that, I don't have any recollection of me having an injection. And I probably have had. Oh no, yeah, I had a operation on my toe,
Yeah,
ingrowing toenails, and they injected my feet with general anaesthetic, and they put it in the most horrific places to put needles. In like
yeah,
the bit of skin between your big toe and your second toe. Maybe they spread my toes and put one in that bit, and then they put one right next to the bone of the ball of my foot,
that will be
and
painful.
then
That one.
my entire foot was numb for like a day and a half. I felt like I was walking on air. I was just there like, I don't know what the fuck is going on with my foot.
I remember when I got
Um,
my knee done, the
yeah,
trigeminal anaesthetic, but it wasn't working.
yeah,
So after a while, they managed to get it working, but not to a point because basically they were taking out the bone and reconstructing
mm,
it. I remember just
mm.
feeling the clanging on the bone,
Oh
and
god,
it's
yeah,
the
yeah,
most
no, it's horrible.
sharpest pain ever. I couldn't describe it. I remember when it got
Yeah,
infected, they had to numb it again because it hadn't set right. So they then had to
Yeah,
take a bit out and put it back in again, and honestly, it was one of the
horrific.
worst pains ever.
That's the thing. Like, it doesn't sound like a bad operation, but an ingrowing toenail operation is
Oh yeah, it's painful.
it's the worst thing in the world. They put a rubber ring around your toe, and they cut the blood flow. They numb your foot so you can't feel anything. And they get a scalpel, dig it under your toenail, and lift it up, and then they cut down, and then they put a chemical in your. Oh, it's grim. I've still got like 7 bits of ingrown toenail in my feet, but I can't be asked going back and getting that operation because it's horrific.
Yeah.
Um, the worst one though, the absolute worst was my teeth.
Yeah.
I've had, I've had, uh, I've had a lot of problems recently with my teeth. Like, I've had a bunch of fillings. I had so many fucking cavities. So I went to a new dentist after years ago, and this other guy who'd just say, "Oh yeah, your teeth are perfect." Went to this new one 6 months later, and he goes, "Oh, you've got 5 cavities." I was like, "What?"
Shit.
He's like, "Well, you've got 5 pretty big cavities in your teeth." I was like, "Oh." So I was there like, "Oh, I've got to have fillings."
It's a quick
So
question. Did you do both sides at once or just one side at
yeah,
once?
both sides at
That's
once.
what happened to me.
In 20 minutes. In 20 minutes, I was late for the appointment, and he went, "We've not got enough time. Normally the shit out of your teeth. We'll do them all in one go." I was
Literally,
like,
were you
"Oh,
speaking like
okay."
this?
I thought I was chewing on my own fucking mouth half the time.
That's it. But
Um,
when it got it done for me, I was like, I just thought it was going to cheek. I didn't realise it went through my tongue as well.
oh no, mine didn't go through my tongue.
Oh, mine did. It was fucking
Oh,
horrible.
so we put because I've only got one here, and then I've got
Yeah.
4 on this side, or
Right.
3 on this side. No, I've got 4 on this side now. So he put it in up and down, and then he put it in the top bit of this one. This one didn't numb properly. They didn't put enough in, and when they drill, then they shave, and then they put the filling in.
Yeah.
Um, and on this side, he drilled too close to the nerve. So after months of having my fillings in, it started like it bubbled up a bit on my gum, and then I had a really bad pressure pain when if I touch any part of that tooth, it would I'd literally I screamed once when it first happened. I was trying to sleep and I couldn't sleep at all because I was in so much pain. I bit down by accident, and I woke up screaming. I was like, "This is the worst pain in the world." So got an emergency appointment, and I said to him, "My gum is bubbled up fat as fuck, and I can't bite down on anything. I didn't eat for 3 days. It
Yeah.
was that bad." And I remember taking so much cocodamol that I was high as shit, like just for pain relief, but I couldn't feel my hands. I was there like, "Where the fuck am I?" Do you know what I mean? And then he said, "Oh, yeah, you've got a really badly irritated nerve, aka I had a what was it called? An abscess." Um,
Fuck.
so what he did was he went, "We can either give you a root canal, or we can rip the tooth out, or we'll kill it off and then rip the tooth out." Um, so I looked at my mum. Mum went, "Oh, I've had a root canal. You're gonna have to have it taken out anyway, and having a root canal taken out is the worst thing in the world." I was like, "Right, put it off, take it out." Um,
You've had a done trooper.
he what he
Speaking of.
did, instead of just numbing there, he numbed my entire mouth. All of my mouth was completely numb. I couldn't feel any of my teeth, and he's drilled into my like up in my tooth. So I've still got the filling on the side, but he's drilled upwards into the nerve, and he put steroid antibiotics in it, and then he put a temporary filling in,
Yeah.
and then went home, ordered Domino's because I was hungry. Forgot I had a temporary filling in, and the filling just came straight out. So now I've just got a fat hole in my tooth. Um, and then the steroid antibiotics wore off after a bit, so the pain came back badly. But
Yeah.
he gave me antibiotics. He gave me a prescription to go get antibiotics, and I got them. I was like, "I cannot take these quick enough." Honestly, like it was, and now it bubbled up every now and again, but now it's just I've got no pain at all. Touch wood.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I still need the tooth taken out because it's completely dead, but
I'll say
like,
when it
there's
comes to
nothing there. There's nothing there. There's pretty much a fucking hole in my gum as well because there's nothing there anymore.
Shit. So I remember
Mm.
I didn't have any problems with my fillings apart from speaking like a spacker. But when I first got my braces, so we're talking about 4 years ago now, I remember me and my mum went on holiday to Turkey. So I've got on a
Mm.
plane, happy as Larry, and at this point I've just drunk water, nothing else, because I'm so conscious about it, because my two front teeth used to cross over.
Mm.
Anyway, getting off, I thought, oh, fucking hell. That, I didn't think in my head, the pressure's already getting to them.
Mm.
So anyway, we've landed, and the cabin's depressurising. Oh my god. Everyone just fucking looked at me at one point. I was screaming. Basically, all the wire there had just gone
Yeah.
like that and that and that and that and that.
Oh.
And it was all up and down. And the agony that I was
Oh.
in, like, I literally remember just fucking punching the window like that. Fucking hurt my hand. And I'm fucking howling. Everyone's like, what the fuck's going on here? And like, I can't speak. I'm in pain. I remember one of the wires just going right into my gum and it's stuck there. So, literally, I remember having to pull it out, which hurt, broke the wire, which then set all the other wires off. And I'm in pain as fuck. I'm like, it's my fucking brace, it's the pressure. And everyone just goes, nah, it's alright, leaving them. And I'm there in pain. A doctor did come to me, to be fair. It's like, is everything alright? When it's my braces, went, well, I can't do shit. So I just remember for the 10 days that I was there, I just drank water only. And like, I couldn't go swimming just in case any chlorine got into it. So I was fucking terrified. So I literally just sat on the fucking side of the pool all day, every day, just drinking water, trying not to be in pain. It's fucking a waste of a holiday. But I did get some cool football shirts because there's no copyright law in Turkey. So I
Yeah,
suppose that's a good one.
yeah. The worst. I've got a similar story, but it's not like I was in pain. But so the week before my 17th birthday last year, um, we were going to IB for a couple of days before my 17th, and we were leaving
Right.
on my 17th. So, a week before, I was like, my throat's really like fucked up here.
Yeah.
And at that point, I was like, over the past like 2-3 years, I've been really prone to tonsillitis, and I was thinking, it can't be tonsillitis this close to me going to IB. And I was like, Dad, just take me to the hospital just in case and get me checked out. And I went in, and he went, you got tonsillitis. I went,
It's awful
mate.
tonsillitis.
And he was like, you know what you've got to do? And I went, yep. And he went, what's wrong? And I went, I'm going to IB for next week. And he went, oh no, because I'm on antibiotics, I can't drink. So I'm going
That's
to
fucking wounding.
a 2-week course of antibiotics. Sat there on the most beautiful beachside bar in a place called Sunset. So it was like
Is that on the
a sunset
south?
bar. Yeah, it was on the south coast of Ibiza. It was a really, really beautiful kind of beach cave kind of area, all the rocks and everything. You sat out on the edge of the cliff and you could just see the sunset like for miles. And we went to the bar and I was just there like, I really want a beer. So I looked on the menu, I saw San Miguel 0%. I was
Oh,
like,
you didn't
I'll have
stoop
a
that low, did
non-alcoholic.
you?
I had a non-alcoholic beer. It was the worst experience of my life. Having to drink that.
Jesus.
So sad. And woke up on my 17th and my mum had bought me like because in Ibiza they have pint cans of Copperberg.
Yeah.
Oh my god, they're amazing. I looked at them in the fridge and she was like, oh, little nice birthday, drink him. It's 10 o'clock in the morning, just drink him. I was like, I don't even want him. Like, because I've not drank the entire time. I was just like, there's no point. I just don't want him. So I was like, I can't even take him with me. So I went,
Jesus.
yeah, I gave him to my sisters and just went, just drink him, please. I can't be bothered. It was possibly,
Jesus.
it was a great time in Ibiza, but it was also like the worst time as well.
That's it. I've been to Beaver twice, and both bring it. Like the second time I went,
I'm working there next year, man.
I know we need to find a way of meeting you out there.
Yeah,
But
can't wait.
the second
Hopefully,
time,
anyway.
yeah, the second time I went, I've come downstairs on the first day. Excuse me, sorry. Obviously drops off all the bags upstairs. I've come down and there's a guy from school there, Max Tate. And he goes, "What the fuck are you doing here?" Like, we're sort of laughing at the point. He goes, "What the fuck are you doing here?" I was like, "I'm on holiday with me, man." He went, "Right, fucking listen up here, right?" And basically, it was funny as fuck. And then, because obviously there's activities all day, I'm getting involved every now and then. And I then got the name Briefcase, because he said, "Oh yeah, you know he takes a briefcase to school and that." And it got to the point where I was like, there was like awards at the end and stuff. I remember they went, "Where's Briefcase?" So everyone's laughing at this point. It wasn't like the bullying point, it was more of a funny thing. But I remember there was this lass there. I can't remember her name for the life of me. And basically, she was Irish. She was about 16 at the time. And basically, had like it was all inclusive. So he had a band on. She turned hers inside out, which was in the same colour as the adult one. So she was getting drinks. So I ended up just doing the exact same. I was just like Sol every day. Just like from like 9 in the morning. Just like fucking, and you just get literally you don't even get pissed because it's that fucking watered down. And
it's completely watered down.
I remember it got to the point where I was like, I've had enough of drinking. So I went to the supermarket across the road and I got myself a strawberry Ribena. Honestly, it was the best strawberry Ribena I've ever had. I don't know how they do it in Ibiza, but that strawberry Ribena, it hit different.
Fanta lemon and Ibiza though. Fanta
Mate,
lemon and
Fanta
Ibiza
lemon is the best drink ever.
Yeah, but in the UK it tastes like shit.
It depends where you get it from. Like, if you go for Fanta lemon and
right.
pink gin, it tastes like Ibiza or like foreign Fanta lemon. But here, if you just have it on its own, you're like, what the fuck is this?
It's just cloudy lemonade.
Yeah. It's weird as fuck.
Like, yeah, I went to where did I go? Tenerife.
Yeah.
Was it last year? Was it the year before? I think it was last year. Yeah, because I was in college. I was in my second college. Yeah, so last year in October time. Went there, all inclusive, weird place. Fucking like the maddest hotel. It's just been built. I'm like, what on fucking God's earth is this place? It's mental. It's got how many pools did it have? Three pools.
Jesus.
All of them fucking huge. And then they had rooms. That one of my auntie was staying in one of these rooms on the bottom floor, where you'd walk out onto your balcony, and there was a pool there. So there was like a private pool. And my nana and granddad have booked this place. Like, my parents had no fucking clue. Got there. Obviously, I got a kids band. I was there like, oh, fuck this shit. And I got my own, like, completely. I got my own room. Like,
that's all right then.
Massive king size bed to myself.
The question is,
mini bar for free. I was there like, there is 5 cans of San Miguel in here. There is 2 mini bottles of vodka.
And salt.
There is a bottle of mini wine. I was like, oh my god, this is amazing. I had my first ever strawberry daiquiri when I was over there.
Nice.
Beautiful. Come back to England, have a strawberry daiquiri in this mental bar at fucking 3 o'clock in the morning, watching the Cleveland show on the 3rd floor. Bro, they were the most disgusting strawberry daiquiris.
Strawberry daiquiris hit different over there.
Yeah, strawberry daiquiris, and then they had like a cocktail named after like the hotel, and I ordered it, and obviously they speak Spanish there, and the waitress was like, "Oh, sin alcohol," and I went, "No, con alcohol, which means with alcohol." And she was like, "Okay." She brought it over. It was this like cyan blue kind of greeny yellow kind of drink.
Yeah.
I took a sip. It was pure fucking sugar. They put grenadine in anything.
Mate, grenadine is in every fucking drink when you go abroad.
Everything grenadine is in there.
I don't see grenadine in the UK.
We use it, but we don't use it in every fucking cocktail. But yeah, me and my dad and my granddad went. We went on an adventure to find this like sports bar in the next town over. Because United were playing Chelsea in the FA Cup, the EFL Cup, something like that.
Oh, Rashford 2-0.
Yeah, and It was like the best thing ever is the fact that they have like every single flavour of Copperberg on top.
Ooh.
And I'd never seen Copperberg on top before. You know, they've got it at Spoons, but it's a bit shit. It's just a bit shit.
If
So
you go
yeah, I
for a
was there.
cider and spoons, you're going for a Strongbow.
I don't even like. I was a massive, massive, massive cider drinker, and then I went to like bars, you know, over and over, and I went to a bar in Alty, around the corner from Tiki, and
Yeah.
it was called Rustic. Beautiful place. I had a mango cider while I was there. Was it mango? Was it
Ooh.
pineapple? It was the nicest thing I've ever drank.
It's like that
Really
cider
fucking
that you
strong.
had one time on here that you got from Cornwall.
Oh yeah, the pineapple one. Yeah, Rattler. Yeah, that shit fucks you up. Tell you that for free. A couple of those, you are on the floor, fucking licking the carpet.
Can't be as
Bad.
bad as Cameron going away on the lacrosse like Euros and licking the fucking net floor for his beer.
Oh no.
Have you seen the
Yeah.
video of that? I love you, Cam, really,
I've not
mate.
seen the video of it, but
It's
I
fucking
know of it.
hilarious.
But yeah. So we went into Rustic, and I had this pint of mango cider. It was just the most beautiful thing in the world.
Yeah.
But I kind of just started going off cider because when I get a pint, I went off dark fruits a long time ago. You know, it was my indie drink as a fucking 16-year-old in a park. You know, listening to Oasis and the Stone Roses.
Yeah.
When I was 16 years old with my ex-bird and all their mates, all my mates just there smoking a fucking fag, you know, vibing when I'm meant to be revising for my GCSEs. That's all we used to drink, fucking Strongbow dark fruits, regular Strongbow, or this shitty fucking Polish beer. I have no
No,
clue what it was
I
called.
know exactly what that is because of my
No,
job.
it was called.
It begins with
I
a.
think
Oh, it's
I
gonna
can't
fucking bug me
remember.
now. And
I
is it
can't
got like
remember.
a white label with a red stripe across it?
I can't remember. It was this shitty Polish beer, but they had a fruit version of it, and
Is it like a
so
craft beer?
no, it was just in cans, and I can't for the life of me remember what it was called. But it was the strangest thing ever. You know, you go in, it was cheap as fuck. Go you buy, you know, never got ID'd in this place. Go in, buy the fucking cans, and I was looking, it's fruity beer. So I cracked it open, took a sip, and was like, oh, that's all right. The aftertaste was like potato. I was there like, what the fuck have I just bought? And still drank it, but yeah, I went offside it. When I get a pint of dark fruits in Spoons or wherever they sell it, I take a sip and I'm like, it's just watered down.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm not gonna pay however much for a bottle of Copperberg because for some reason Copperberg's like £3.15 or even more, £4
Yeah.
sometimes. A pint of it's like £3. So I just started buying like 2 beers for a fiver, like 2 Budweisers, and I was just like, I quite like Budweiser.
Well, that's the thing. When
Keep
we
drinking it.
go pub, like the one that I like a lot near me,
But yeah, that's a nice one. I
it
do
is
like
a
that.
very nice pub. I always bought Carlin from there because it
Yeah,
was £2.80 a pint.
it's cheap,
It's cheap as
but it's
fuck.
piss.
But no, Carlin on draft, I don't mind. If it's from cans, it tastes like
Can't do,
piss.
I can't drink Carling at all. I can't drink beer from cans. I'll drink it from a bottle, or I'll drink it as a pint.
Well,
Like
actually,
first couple of times in Spoons near you,
yeah. What?
fucking the
And
first
the
drink,
one near me, or the one where everyone goes to?
the one that we all go to.
Right, okay.
Not the one in the,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
that's a
Because that one's
fucking
a
shithole.
shithole.
Shithole. Yeah, the first ever legal drink that I bought in a pub was a pint of Bud Light.
Was I there with
Blinded.
you?
Yes, and the first drink you bought, the first ever legal drink in a pub you bought, was a double Malibu and Coke. You fucking woman. You fucking woman. Me and Zach Simpson were there. I don't even know if you can hear me. Me and Zach Simpson were sat there looking at you going, what the fuck has he just done?
I was going to
I'm
order
like,
wine as well, but I got bullied into not. So fine, I won't order
yeah,
wine, so we got
I
Malibu
bullied you
instead.
not into ordering wine. Me and Zach Simpson was sat there looking at you going, I can't believe you just ordered your first legal pint. You've not even ordered your first legal pint, you've ordered your first legal drink and it's a double Malibu and Coke. Fucking weirdo. And me and him are there,
Oh, fucking
pint of
hell.
Budweiser, pint of a massive bottle of Peroni for him. And then, oh my god, that night, me and Zach bought
Mate,
each other, like, we were
you
buying
gone back
large
and forth,
pitchers,
weren't you? Yeah.
back and forth between us, so we were doing rounds each. And the large pitchers came in 2 jugs. So we're
Mm.
like, right, one each. After a while, they just started coming in 1 jug. And I was absolutely plastered at this point, and so was
We were
Zach, and we were
all
going,
plastered.
I was going, that is, that's a regular. And we went, I was like, oh, just order another one. So I ordered, for some reason, I ordered a fucking another large one. It
Yeah.
came in 1 jug. I was like, sorry, I ordered a large. We were like, that is a large. I went, "No, it's not 2 jugs." And she went, oh, it's just double the shots. I was like, shit. I just drank 4 massive jugs of double
Yeah.
the shots
How much
to
do you spend
myself.
that night? Because I know how much I spent. I spent nearly 100
I
quid.
spent, I spent 85.
Shit. Because I remember it was fine.
85 just the spoons.
Yeah, because I remember it was fine. And then that geezer came over, the really sound fucker.
Oh
Uh,
yeah, the other lads, yeah, the
yeah,
other
he
lads from
was
the other
such a
table, yeah.
sound
Oh yeah,
cunt.
we
We
were
had
just
a
chatting
we
away,
had a proper
getting
heart
on
to
and
heart
on.
with that guy.
Oh yeah,
That was a fucking good convo.
you know what it's like when you're drunk. You know, we just start talking to anyone heart to heart.
Yeah,
We were
usually the
there
heart
just
to
chatting
heart's
away.
like random
Yeah,
and it's rubbish, but this guy spoke properly, and I had a lot of
yeah.
respect for that guy. It was then when we started ordering shots, and that's what fucked my bank.
No, we ordered the first 2 rounds of shots before that, and the first 2 rounds of shots were a full round of tequila and a full round of Jaeger bombs,
But I'd
and that
say
was
I
me.
smashed
My
them.
second, that was my second ever Jaeger bomb. My first ever proper shot of tequila.
Love
Um,
tequila.
and I hate it. It's horrid. I also hate Jaeger bombs.
Honestly, I remember. I can't
I
remember.
fucking hate.
Someone wasn't having them. I remember going, "I'll have them straight
It
down here."
was. It was.
I can't
Jack
remember.
or was it?
No, Jack was having them.
Was it Joe?
It may have been Joe, because then once we got the next round of shots in, we went,
Uh,
"Where's Joe?" And Joe dipped. Do you
yeah.
remember that? Because
No, Brown and Joe was gone.
we had no idea where he went. He was like, for just like a solid 20 minutes, like, where the fuck's
Yeah,
Joe?
it was mad because Mac bought like 4 rounds of striker bombs and 4 rounds of
Them
tequila,
striker
and I
bombs I liked.
I fucking hate them. And you know what was there? I met all 4 of me strikers, and a couple of weeks later, I went back to the pub with Ryan and a girl from work who's now my supervisor, and she ordered. She went. Oh no, Ryan went up to the bar, and he was like, "Right, shots," and I went, "Right, round of sours because I can hack that, and it's nice."
Nah,
Um,
apple sours is grimy.
and he brought back a round of sours, and then Billy went up to the bar and went, "Right, same again. Do not, for the life of me, do not order me a fucking Jaeger bomb." And she goes, "Ah, yes, I know." And she's fucking having it. Yes, I know. The fucking sours. Comes back with fucking 3 Jaeger bombs. And I look at her and I go, "No." And she's like, just do it." And then fucking hyping me up, and I'm there, fucking going super sane. You know, fucking get it. Halfway down, I feel I'm about to throw up back into my glass.
Yeah, you can feel it, can't you?
Because of that night. And I was like, "No," stopped halfway through. And I was like, "Ugh." So I had to fucking finish it. I was there like, oh no.
That first night back in the pubs was such a good night.
Yeah.
Good sound one. We're actually about to say, because we said this was going to be a quick one, we're coming up to the hour, but like I said, it
Oh
has been a
god.
really good chat. So I know you only want to
Yeah,
do a short one. So I'm going to wrap it up with Luke's question of the week.
okay, go ahead.
Have you, Finlay boy, ever had a holiday romance?
Have I ever had a holiday romance? No, I haven't. But
Really?
I was. But I was when I was in Cornwall. like summertime. When because my mate was staying in Newquay, and I was like, oh, my parents want to go to the fucking cider farm, and I'll come for a couple of pints with you. I got it, they're drinking this rattler. We went out for a fag, and it's summer. It's beautiful in Newquay. The sun's shining. I'm there, shades on. Just nothing but a t-shirt and jeans. Like that's all you need when you're on a fucking seaside bar in Newquay. And sat there just smoking right in front of us. Right in front of us is this table of like 5, 6 girls, and I'm looking at them and going, it's very easily that they're either like 16 or they are genuinely 18.
Yeah, no, I know what you mean.
So
I know what you mean.
I was like, this random lad I was just chatting away with this other guy, this Spanish guy that was there. But he put his pint down on these girls' table and just kind of like went. And I was like, I was like, this is my ticket in. I went, do you know him? And they were like, no. I was like, oh, fucking, who knows? We just started chatting, and they were like, I was like, oh, you from like Newquay? And they were like, yeah. And they were like, where are you from? And I went, guess. And they went, oh, I can't tell. I went, oh yeah, we're from Manchester. And she was like, oh, I thought your accent sounded familiar. I was like, oh, fuck off. Just chatting away and this and that, and then went back in, had a couple more pints, was fucking hammered, and came back out for a cig. And they'd moved tables just like along the decking, and I was there like, have they gone? And then I turned to my right and I seen them, and they were just like waving at us. I was like, oh, hello. Had a little more chat, and then went back, went home. And then the next day, go back to Newquay, go down to a beach with my family, and as I'm walking across to like find a place to like sit down, the same girls that were, I was chatting up at the pub.
Now be careful
were
for what you
there
say,
right
because you
next to us.
said we have to be
No,
careful
like
there.
yeah, like the same girls that were there like chatting away with. They were there next to me on the beach. I was just looking at them, going, I recognise them. This is not good. I am sat on the beach with my family. I'm wearing a fucking full body wetsuit, and I look like a twat because I've just got a wetsuit and shades on. And at this point, like me badly bleached hair, awful, fucking scraggy beard, horrible, fucking seawater hair. And I was just sat there like, and they was just like they'd shooting looks at me over and over, and they were going. I was like, oh no, this is bad. So I was just like, just hide me. But yeah,
That's fair
that's my
enough.
story.
I have a holiday romance. I'm going to set the scene. It was 2007. Lukey
So
boy
you were
was 5.
5 years old.
Right?
5 years
And
old.
when he was 5, he knew what he was about. He knew he was going to pick, the canniest one out of the lot. I'm taking the
Top
piss.
shag.
Yeah, even back then, I remember there was like this kids group that you went to as part of like the kids. I remember it had to be like boy, girl. So they put me with this lass. I'm trying to think of a name. I know it begins with an L. It may have been Louise. Is Louise or Lara? Lara, that was it, Lara. And basically, one thing led to another after a few group activities, and we held hands.
Oh,
Mm.
oh,
And
hell
then
no.
the most heartbreaking thing is I asked for an MSN so I could message her off my sister's account.
Oh my god, how old are we?
Nothing.
How old are we?
I never got a response.
Oh no.
Young
MSN?
5-year-old Luke was heartbroken, but MSN.
How old are we now? Fucking hell.
I had this
Jesus.
conversation in work today, like, I feel so old. And my colleague went, Ali, she turned
Yeah,
50 in January. I went, yeah, I know, but me turning 19 in 3 months, I feel old.
yeah. Like 4 months from 19, and it feels like just yesterday I was on BBN, you know, on my PlayStation 3, chatting shit on Black Ops 2. Modern Warfare 2, fucking calling people's mums a slag for no reason. And oh my god, yeah, I feel old. BBN, MSN, MySpace, all this shit.
We're old,
It's just
man.
are old. I think MySpace was just on its way out.
Yeah. Because
When we were
Facebook
about
was
5.
coming more and more in.
Yeah, Facebook was in, and yeah, it was just BBM was the worst because you'd have them cunts who'd just ping you all through the night. And I'm not gonna lie, I did it
What
a
was
few
the thing
times.
where you sent like a group message on BBM, but it wasn't
Oh,
like a
group
group
message.
message? It wasn't a group
New,
message. You sent it to loads of people.
new PP, new profile picture.
Oh, what's it called now?
Oh, fucking.
We're
You'd send like group
so...
messages that would just be like new PFP,
Yeah.
new
It's
profile picture.
like,
Just go
DM
like
me
it.
to be in my bio.
Yeah. Yeah, me to be in my bio. Jesus. Fucking. Oh, it was weird.
I literally remember, and I'm sort of exposing Cam here, right? But
What were the
basically,
group chats called?
I can't remember. I know you
A
could
link? Was it called a chain or a link or
a
something like that?
link. I think it was an uplink. I think
It wasn't an uplink, no.
it was something to do with a link or a chain. I know that.
Yeah.
But I'm sort of exposing C Pringle here. But basically, so in year 7, I went out with this girl, like like your typical like 1 week, 2 week relationships. I love you, don't love you
Yeah,
anymore. Cam then went out with this girl, and his BBM bio went from "I love chicken" to "I love chicken," and this lost his name.
So, yeah. No.
Oh fucking
BBM was the
hell! What a
weirdest.
time!
It was the weirdest place in the world. I think it was just iconic. Like having a BlackBerry. Oh my god,
And then
having a
all the
BlackBerry.
iPhone people came along.
Yeah. Like I had a BlackBerry when they had to release this one called like BlackBerry Q5. There was like touchscreen, but it still had the keypad. Every time I put it in my pocket, it would turn on because it was touchscreen, and it would dial the emergency call.
Oh no!
Every time I was in high school, I'd pull my phone out. It would just be a fucking emergency call person chatting away, and I'd just be like, "Oh shit!"
I remember.
Lessons for it. It was mental.
I remember when I was in year 6. It was like my first phone, and it was before, because I had a BlackBerry for a bit and it broke, and I ended up going back to this like
Flip phones need to come back.
flip phones. I really want to get a flip phone as a second phone, as a work phone.
I just want a flip phone in general.
I was
Just
like,
want a flip phone.
I need to buy myself a work phone, and I was debating whether to get a flip phone or not. But I remember in year
Like,
6,
flick it out and be like, "Hello."
I had like this little shit. It wasn't a BlackBerry, but it's like a knockoff version. I remember I've realised I've still got it in my pocket, so I've put it in my desk, and I need to put it on silent. And in order to do that, I've got to unlock it, and it makes a beep boop boop noise.
Yeah.
So I've done that, and this fucking little snitch, right? No one, right? And this, I know the girl's name, and it's funny as fuck. As soon as I thought of it, all I can remember people going is, "Oh, shut up," and all I heard was, "Mace, Luke's got a phone." And I remember, she came up to me, like, "Luke, have you got your phone?" I was like, "I'm trying to put it on silent, miss." And she went, "Give me the phone, Luke." And I remember, because basically where I went to school, me, Nana and Grandad lived across the road. And I remember me fucking Nana had to come get me phone. And like, imagine like this wee fucking little frail Geordie woman going, "Where's Luke's phone?" And oh god,
Reminiscence.
yeah.
Anyway, I think it's time to end.
Yes.
I'm about to die anyway, so before I just fade into the abyss, thank you guys for watching.
Yeah. Make sure to check us out on Spotify. Check out our Instagrams, which are right below us. Also, we will see you on Christmas Day with an extended podcast. We are going to be taking a 2-week break, but there will be uploads going on through that. We love you all, and if you don't watch a Christmas
guys,
one,
don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace out, guys.
Adios.